Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a very Welcome to a very special edition of the What's Up vlog. This is number 225, but more importantly, this is Brian Roden's 100th climb up out the Zwift. As far as I'm aware, nobody else in Zwift has done that, has climbed it that many times. I mean, why would you? It's stupid, but it nonetheless is an incredible achievement, and it's amazing that we've got so many of his teammates to gather and join him on this ride. Some will be doing the whole ride, some will be meeting him at certain turns on the way up, so that by the time we get to the top, we should have gathered quite a large peloton. I'm sitting here now at turn 10, so roughly halfway up the mountain. Len Capel has just gone past me. He's carried on up to turn 7, which is Dutch Corner, and I believe quite a few people are going to be waiting up there. I'm also aware of a few people that will be joining Brian right from the very foot of the mountain. So they'll be doing the full 21 turns. So Brian's going to set off at 7 o'clock. It's now 10 to 7. I've got up here early just so that anybody that wants to click the ride with function and join me up here, they can then ride either on to a couple of bends further up or drop down a couple of bends further down, just so that we're nice and spread across the mountain to pick Brian up as we go. And just as I say that, Mr. Paul Trilk, whose idea this was in the first place, has just joined me. Good to see you, Paul. It was his suggestion that we do this staggering of the riders, and I think it's an absolutely brilliant idea. I just hope it works out, but like I say, I already know we've got a couple of the corners covered. I know there are riders at the start, so fingers crossed a few more of the guys and girls will be spread across the other corners. Now, I'm going to pause here because I'm just trying to log in on Lucas's account, because I've set up, as you can see, a Brian Can box, and that's only going to work if I can actually pick Brian up on my iPad and do a screen recording there. Cheers, Paul, for the ride on. I will fire one back just in one moment. But the difficulty I'm having is that Lucas isn't a friend of Brian's on Zwift, so I'm struggling to find him to click ride with and get a good view of him. But I'm going to pause it here just so I can get that sorted out, and I'll be back in a moment. Right, I have managed to find Brian on screen, and he has got a whole gaggle of WKGers around him. Absolutely fantastic to see. You can see there we've got Duncan Bruce, Catherine D, Keith D, we've got LeQ, we've got Akim Ott, Paul Elliott Kowalczyk, Martin Bakker, Darren Hunter. I don't want to miss anybody out, but I know I am. Apologies, guys, but yeah, brilliant to see so many decided to do it from the bottom. I make it 7 o'clock right now, so I'm not sure if he's just waiting for another couple of riders. Here we go. They are rolling. Nice. That's it, the BR100 is go. Yeah, I need to change my weight. Hang on one second. I'm probably going to regret that by the time they reach me, because even after having done half the mountain, I think, well, I know Brian can go twice the speed I can for the remaining half, even if I've got fresh legs. But they're on their way, so good stuff. Now let me see if I can actually see Brian on my screen now. I think they need to come over the actual KOM line in order for me to be able to see them within this this list of riders here. Here we go. All right, I've picked them up. I've got Mr. Denton. So the first of this group that I've managed to see, Keith Denton. Then we have Paul Elliott Kowalczyk. Let's fire some ride-ons at these guys and girls. We have LeQ. We have Darren Hunter. The Velo Viking. I knew I'd missed someone. Duncan Bruce is there. Mr. Roden himself. Oh no, that's Martin Bakker. Sorry, I just saw the BR100. Martin Bakker. Akim Ott. There is Mr. Roden himself. Now, I'm not sure, without the names, I'm not sure if any of these guys are actually part of the ride that are sort of bunched around, or if they just happen to be there. Anyway. So they finally got to turn 21. I think I could be waiting here a while, so I'm just going to get on with a little bit of light reading. People have requested an audio book of this, and I would imagine with my dulcet tones this could be a real winner. So I'll read you the prologue of the My World by Peter Sagan. For the 10th time today, the masts of the tall ships loom up on our right. The scent in my nostrils changes as it always does at this point. From the damp cool of the Scandinavian weekend afternoon to the tang of the harbour, flavoured with the smoky promise of dozens of fast food grills selling every kind of edible meat or fish that you can cram into some bread and sell to a hungry cycling family. This is the long sweeping left-hand bend that separates the waterfront from the colourful townhouses that characterise this beautiful old port. The first time we came along here it was quite a gentle pace and barely 40 kilometres ridden. That must have been shortly after 11 AM this morning. The next half a dozen or so times we came past these rocking masts and chattering rigging. The next half a dozen or so times we came past those rocking masts and chattering rigging, the intensity had risen. I think there should have been a comma there. Sorry, Peter. The intensity had risen enough to mean there were fewer cyclists hanging on each time. There you go. Tune in next time for Jackanory with Marcus Neal. Right, we're just watching Mr. LeCue as they come round turn 20. Paul McLaren has joined. Good to see you, dude. And Len, luckily, pointed out that Paul Trilk was on a TT bike. I was sitting there with Paul and didn't even notice that, so well done, Len. Good on you. Right, let's watch Duncan Bruce for a little while. Darren Rayfield's joined them at that corner as well. Great to see you, dude. I've got to keep an eye on this. For anyone, see, I think the easiest way is if I make sure I've given everybody ride-ons that's part of that group. Then anyone that looks like they haven't had a ride-on, I'll know is new and has joined them at that corner. So Darren Rayfield has just joined. Let's go. We were watching. Who were we watching? Let's give Darren a little bit of airtime. Oh, good. Paul's changed back to a regular bike. Good man. Mr. Hunter there, rocking the old Tron, looking good in the wheel of Keith D. So you might have just seen it on Brian Cam just then. He messaged that his first climb, he did it in 57 minutes, his first ever time up Alpe d'Huez. I've done it, I thought I'd done it about 20 times, but I think I've actually done it 12, 13 times. And my fastest ever is 1 hour and 6 minutes, and that was absolutely giving it everything I had just prior to going to Mont Ventoux, so I was comparatively fit to where I am now. So for Brian's first time to be 57 minutes, that's pretty astonishing. To have done it 100 times is even more amazing. That 12 or 13 times that I've done, each one is pretty memorable because it's no mean feat. What is interesting also is that when Alpe d'Huez was launched, there were a few grumbles about how well it was going to go down with the Zwift community. A lot of talk about why would anybody want another big long climb, there's no fun climbing on Zwift. I've got to say, I think it's been an absolute triumph. So many people I've spoken to, and myself included, if I don't have anything planned, a particular event, it kind of is my go-to place now to jump on and have a ride. If I want to really work myself, the scenery is perfect, keeps it interesting. The way they've done the map with all the switchbacks helps to alleviate the boredom of a what for me is like an hour and a half ride up a mountain. So they've done an absolutely fantastic job, and I don't think anyone can complain about its inclusion on the map now. I think it's been triumphant. I did hear a rumour that they're going to include some sort of Mallorcan roads, including Sacalobra. I'm not quite sure where that came from or if there's any substance to it whatsoever, but that would be brilliant. I'd love to see a few more high profile, I mean obviously Mont Ventoux, but that might just be too much. That's like 25 kilometres? I can't remember. I've done it twice. Have I mentioned that before? So I should really know. That might be a bit too much on Zwift. I know Road Grand Tours has got it, and I've never completed it all the way. But something like Sacalobra, Galibier. What are the other really good ones? Anyway, you get my point. A few high-profile climbs would be really nice. Alright, see if we've picked up anyone else in this bunch. Where are they? What turn is that they're coming up to now? Let's just keep looking at Darren for the moment. Oh, wrong way. So I can see which bend this is. Okay, they're at 17. So, getting close to me. I'm not going to be waiting that much longer. They're going at a really decent pace. And have they picked anyone else up at turn 17? I'm not sure they have. I've got a feeling it's going to be a pretty big crowd at turn 7, Dutch corner. I think they're having kind of a little private party up there. Let's flip back through anyway. Hey, Kenneth! Kenneth, my man! So good to see you. I haven't ridden with you for such a long time. And I miss your company, buddy, on these rides. And what I will do straight away is I'm going to zoom in, if I can, to that awesome Fight Against ALS jersey. How cool is that? Such a brilliant cause, and a really cool jersey as well. Let's not take away the significance of it by the design, but just as a standalone jersey, it's absolutely brilliant. So Kenneth, good on you, man. Rocking a really cool kit, and so good to have you in the ride. Who's that that's gone for it? Was that Velo Viking? Is that Velo Viking? He had a different jersey, and maybe that's what it was. Maybe he stopped and changed his kit, and then put in a kick to jump back onto the group. Looks like they're all having little digs at each other now. The queue's just gone flying past. I don't know. Anyway, right, so who should we watch? Who have we not given much attention to? Kenneth always deserves attention. Mr. Rayfield. Let's watch Mr. Rayfield for a while. Sitting right at the front of that beautiful looking orange mini gruppetto. Is that what you call it? A gruppetto? When it's not quite a peloton. I love the fact that you can see the weight doping that's going on in this. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm not meaning to have a dig at anybody, but Keith, I've seen you in real life. You're not quite that snake-like. Darren Hunter, not met you in real life, but that is like, I'm guessing, 40 kilograms you've got in there. I know this because that's what I looked like when I was riding up the first 10 climbs, 10 turns. But it's a really good idea. It's a really good way to do the whole ride and keep pace with Brian, who's the fast guy. It's a really good way of doing it. See, I'm going to struggle. I've just put back in my real weight. So by the time they get there, if they're carrying on at this, like sort of between 2.5 and 3 watts per kilogram, I'm screwed. I've still got 10 turns of Alpe d'Huez Zwift, approximately half of Alpe d'Huez Zwift to do at what would be over threshold. Well over threshold if they do this kind of pace. They're up in the mid-3s. Guys, calm down. That was Catherine, I think, driving that forward, having a little dig just to get everybody excited. I can see on the map, so there is somebody waiting at turn 12, which is brilliant. Can I see? Let's see if I can see anyone else. So turn 7, yeah, I can't really. Yeah, annoyingly, it would be nice if you could scroll this map up and down, because I can't see anyone on that zoomed out view. But I think turn 7 is where I think it's all happening. I'm there. Turn 10, turn 11, turn 12. There's somebody waiting there. I can't click on them, can I? No. That would have been another nice thing as well, to be able to click on there. So these guys have just come round. What's that? 15, 16, no. So if that's 12, 13, 14, yes, so it was 15, sorry. So that's they're just coming up to 14 next. Obi, what's wrong? What's wrong? Obi's skipping around by my legs. I'm worried that if he's there when I start pedaling, I'm going to kick him in the chops. What's wrong? Don't look at me like that. There's nothing I can do, I'm up on my bike. It? There's nothing there. Oh, I'm going to have to jump off and see what Obi's going on about. I think it's just my bike's in the way. Hang on, what's this? Oh, I think it's just my bike's in the way of where he wants to go. Ah, stop it. What? There's nothing there. There you go. Fair enough, there was one of his disgusting chewy toy things down there. Right, have we picked anyone else up in this group? Let's have a little look. Oi, Mr. Seafried. Good to see you, man. He's going to have to... he's going to have to go some to get back on. He's 8 seconds off the pack. Is he chasing? Is he going for it? Yeah, he's putting out good power. Could get back on. Look at that, he's nearly there. Go on, Matt. Strong ride, brother. That is brilliant. Alright, Matt Seafried just about makes contact with the group. Whoever was waiting at turn 12 has dropped down to turn 13, so good on him. We'll see who that is in a moment. Let's just jump. Sorry to ignore you, Matt. Let me just jump. They're obviously not getting my messages there because somebody just asked if I was awake. I did reply, but they're still guessing at it. So, alright, so let's back up towards the front of the group. We've got Mr. Paul Elliot Kowalczyk. What was that? I was doing something suspicious in a lay-by. This is the problem. When the cat's away... Okay, so they've hit turn 13. Who is it that's waiting just up the road for them? Is it Mr. Trilk? There's somebody up there. Let's jump forward and have a look. Indeed, it was. There we go. So they are about to make contact with Paul. There we go. So LeCue looks like he's going to be the first guy to reach them. Darren Hunter trying to get everybody to bunch up again. It has spread out slightly just as they came round that bend. But it looks like they've all eased back a bit. Paul just going steady, waiting for them all to arrive. There we go. We have contact. Get your legs spinning, Mr. Trilk. There we go. Boom. 6.5 watts per kilogram. Nothing to worry about. So it looks like I might be the next one up the road that they're gonna bump into. Oh, Stephen Moon's joined in. He's on a time trial bike. And Paul McLaren. Oh my God. This is hard enough as it is. Who's that that's further back? There's someone's dropped back down there. I hope that's not someone that was waiting and missed it. There is Stephen. Good to see you, dude. Okay, it might be. Alright, Matt's dropped off. He had to work bloody hard to get onto that group, so he's either done himself in or he's going to keep dropping off and surging back. PJ Daly style. So we're now watching Mrs. D, Catherine Catnav Denton. Coming up round the castle, turn 12. I'm getting excited now, they're going to be with me soon. My legs have seized up. I've been sitting on this saddle for, well, how long? Half an hour-ish, 40 minutes I'd say, since stopping my ride. Hey, Mr. Peter Wilson. Great to have you there, dude. Where are you? Let's see. There he is. Peter Patonk. Excellent. Right, you guys are coming up to me soon as well, so that'll be cool. They're round turn 11. Right, I better try and get right to the very front of this to see who the first one is that's going to arrive. If I can get my little legs spinning. Is it going to be Mr. Roden himself? It looks like we've got LeCue is probably the furthest forward. There he is. Who's that further up? That's not one of our guys, is it? Nope. That's someone going past me. Paul McLaren now, broken away from the front just a little bit. He's going to be the first one to come around that corner and bump into me. Right, I think I should probably get my legs moving. Right, let's go back to me. Do a reverse view. I can see them all coming. This should be good. Watching them all swarm around that bend. Cool, anytime soon, guys. Jesus, how slow. Am I at the right bend? Oh, there they are. Look at that. Love it. There we go. I am now part of the BR100 bunch. Superb. Oh my god, and they are going too fast for me. I definitely should have weight doped. Jesus. I definitely should have kept my weight lower. These guys are going pretty decent pace, but we're round turn 8. We're coming up to Dutch corner now, where I'm expecting a few other riders to be. Swing around and see if I can see anything. I can see the orange tents up there. No Zwifters as yet. Here we go, turn 7, Dutch corner. Who else we got joining us? I know Len was here. I think you might have just seen a message from my dad come up on the other screen that's recording. Ignore that, whatever it was. Hope it's nothing too personal. If so, thanks for that, Dad. Yeah, Len Capel is there. I've just seen his name flash up on screen. Good on you. Ah, someone stopped. I think it was Aki Martin. Unlucky, man. Don't know if that's just a rest or a problem. But he was certainly doing 0 watts per kilogram as we went past then. This is a much harder workout than it should have been. But I'm going to keep my weight like this for a while. See how far I can go. And then, if it looks like I'm really dropping off, I'll switch it back down so I can at least get to the end with the guys. Hey, cheers Dwight for the ride on. Good to see you, buddy. And Rich Siegler. Hey, Akim's back. Cheers Rich for the ride on. Good to see you back, Akim. Actually, Rich is one of the ones that's just joined us, so try and give him a ride on if I can click on him. There we go. Ride on, dude. Alright, I think I'm going to have to do the old weight doping. If these guys are carrying on at this speed, I'm not going to be able to stay with them. There we go. Back in at 60 kilograms. I can just spin for a while. Hey, Mr. Picada. Cheers, buddy, for the ride on. Long time no see. Hey, who's that waiting there? Is that Mr. King? Is that Matt King? I could barely see the name. I think it was. Ooh, I've just unlocked some Mavic shoes. Nice. Oh, Dwight Williams is in here. Where are you, Dwight? Good to see you, man. Is there anyone I've not given? Ah, there's Mr. Williams. So we're just catching up with him. Good stuff. Let's give him a quick ride on before I jump back. Make sure I'm still in the bunch. Hey, cheers Steve. Thanks very much for the ride on, buddy. Always good to see you. There's some weight doping and I've got a feather. See what that does. Ah yeah. Barely breaking a sweat, 4.2 watts per kilogram. Hey, there's Mr. King. Cheers, buddy, for the ride on. I haven't seen you again. I thought it was you waiting on that corner. So apologies if I've not picked you up on the camera anywhere. I think, I'm pretty sure that was you. A few bends back. Okay, we are approaching turn 1. After that, we've just got that 300-400 metre drag. Actually, it might be a bit more than that. Up to the banner. We're all going to gather behind Brian. Let him go over first. And I just want to say, what a fabulous ride. With such a fabulous group. And a really fitting way to mark an astonishing achievement. It really is. Absolutely incredible. In fact, let me just message the guys that very same thing. Alright, let's get a view on Brian on the main screen as well as on Brian Cam. Where is he? There we go. Oh, keeps disappearing on me. Let's come out a bit further. You can see his wingmen behind him as he comes to the line. There we go. Brian has come to the front. We'll just sit in his wheel in admiration for just this most amazing feat. It's over 100,000 metres of climbing. It just beggars belief. Nearly over that final crest. The bit everybody looks forward to so much on this climb. Just tipping over that little bit at the top. It's so nice. Here we go, we've all hit the flat. I hope no one accidentally rolls past. Oh, get your skates on, Brian. No, 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 you're going to get caught, man. Yes! Someone nicked it. Oh, brilliant stuff. Mr. Roden, true WKG legend. Right, now we get to gun it down the other side. What have I got? The old Wheel of Fortune. Hey, some gloves, just what I needed. Right.
Finished.
We've finished climbing. So it takes about 3 seconds to get to the bottom. I dropped much further off the back of that than I realised while I was watching Brian go over the line. So I've got some making up to do, but if they're all waiting for me, I don't care. I'm just going to gun it straight past them. No, I'm not. No. I'm still at 60 kilograms, so that'll help me on this flat bit. Not so much when I start going down. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap up the recording here because I think my iPad's going to blow up. Thank you all so much. That was a real impromptu thing. We tried a few different methods to organise something, but it seemed to conflict with other events and other things going on. And it was very much a last minute thing. So to have so many of you all jump in to honour Brian on this ride, that's really incredible. And as I've said many times, just a real testament to the brilliant nature of this fantastic group. So thank you all so much. Right, I'm going to see how much speed I can get just sitting here before I decide to chase anyone. Who's about to come past me? See, if I see Darren come flying past me, I'm going to have to chase him. But for now, I'm just going to sit and roll. That's Brian coming. Yeah, I might let him go. It'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? Anyway, thank you all very much. and I'll see you on the mini crit tomorrow. Jesus Christ.